Can you talk about how important it is to love her using her love language and not the way that you feel love? It is important to pay attention to how she feels her love.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So this is going to blow your mind. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
All it takes is communication. Wow. When you find out what people need, yours is physical touch.
It is, yeah.
I learned that from you because when the first time we had an argument, after we had the argument, you were like, when we are having an argument and you don't touch me afterwards, you feel a certain kind of way. I'm not going to put it all out there, but we had a long discussion about that. And it dawned on me in that moment that you are a physical touch love language person. So anytime that you're not feeling at your best or I'm not feeling like I'm doing enough, I make it a point to lay on you or to hold you or to pick you up over my shoulder and carry you through the house and body slam you or on the bed or whatever it is that we do, because I know that you need that as a form of intimacy. This is no different than being able to communicate with somebody on their way of communication.
Right.
Because you and I communicate differently. And I've had to learn to communicate in your way to express certain points versus just giving it the way that I talk, because what I say and what you hear aren't the same thing. And those roles get reversed heavily because I'm a very, like, my BPD throws that shit way out the window. Oh, that was another thing we have to talk about in
the BPD
in Patreon. I want to make a note real quick. And Frank, my handy dandy notebook over there.
I love that you got the name.
Yeah. That's going to be a whole conversation.
Okay.
The love languages is important. I would say that it's almost as important as being able to properly communicate things. The other the other facet of that is that you need to be able to give intimacy the way that they receive intimacy, because not all women just want to have their ass smacked and told they're hot.
Right.
That might be enough for some women. A booty grab in a public space and being pulled towards you to kiss might make them melt. And other women might be like, oh, bitch, get off me. What's wrong with you? You need to understand what makes your woman tick. And if you don't understand what makes your woman tick, your intimacy is going to fail. And when intimacy fails, communication fails, respect falls, sex falls.
Everything falls
Everything is going to fall apart. Intimacy is going to be the building block of everything that you've got going in your relationship. And I promise you, when your intimacy fails, everything else in the relationship falls apart. And if you think I'm wrong and you've got a relationship where you don't have intimacy, think about the last time you had it. And I guarantee you've been in the roommate phase since.
Yep.
Tell me I'm wrong. Get in the comments and tell me I'm wrong. I'll call you a liar. Did that answer that one?
I think that was good.
Okay.
All right, so this one is...
Wait, one more thing on that. If you understand your partner's love language and they understand yours and you're able to talk to them in that love language and you're able to provide the intimacy that they want, the way that they want it, they're going to reciprocate that.
Oh, yeah.
You are going to have an amazing, intimate sexual relationship. And if that's not enough reason for you to want to do those things, I don't know what to tell you, because that should be priority number one. I'm going to get the booty. As a man, that should be priority number one, because that is a big thing for most men. Sex is a huge, important thing. So if you're able to maintain that intimacy and you're able to talk to them in their love language and they're able to respect you, you're not going to fall out of that. You're going to have that lustful honeymoon phase last for years. Who doesn't want that? You're smirking.
I'm just over here thinking, like, I keep my man satisfied. So
we still have that though.
Yeah,
like,
we do. Anything else you want to add before we get into this?
Don't be afraid to tell your man what you want. Being verbal, it's a very simple thing.
It is.
You know, if you want some play and you want him to foreplay and you want him to warm that engine up, tell him that. You can get really vulgar in his ear. Nobody needs to know what's being said. And I guarantee you, he will outperform that night if you
he
just
will
tell
lose
him.
his mind.
Yes. Yep.
It works.
Yeah.
There are nights where you have no intention and I just tell you what I want and you're like, it's on.
Let's go.
That's it.
Yep.
It literally just takes you saying, I want you to touch me.
Yep. Do you know why that works so well for us? This comes down to the empowered wife.
Yeah.
Men want to make their women happy.
You want to provide.
And when we know that we're doing something that you like that makes you happy, we're going to do it.
You guys are such simple creatures.
It's like I've been saying that for months on this podcast. We're easy. You just have to understand how to talk to us.
Yeah.
It is very simple.
Crazy.